the Supreme Court yet again criticized the government for cherry-picking from its recommendations for the tribunal appointments. The government has been given a 2-week deadline now for making the appointments. Let's go across to Sukirti for more on this. And Sukirti, the Chief Justice, in fact, slamming the government over this, but the Attorney General arguing that the government is entitled to follow certain recommendations.
Well, yes, absolutely. And Gargi, this has been a crucial matter that has been going in the Supreme Court for quite a few last weeks. And even last time the Supreme Court had been very harsh when it made the remarks that vacancies were not being filled. So after getting slammed by the Supreme Court last time, the centre had finally made a lot of appointments, and today it even informed the Supreme Court that at least 84 appointments have been made since the year 2020, and there are no recommendations that are pending before us. But the Chief Justice of India pointed out that no, we had made a lot more recommendations. You cherry-picked some names and made those appointments. All of the other recommendations have been put in the waiting list, and this is just not done. We are not happy with it, the way the decisions are being taken. We spent our time, even during the COVID months, the government came to us and requested us that we should make selections as part of the selection committee, which is headed by the Supreme Court judges. So we traveled throughout the country, even in the middle of COVID, to make these selections. Then we made these recommendations, but it seems that we wasted our time, because in the end, you have made a decision. And to that, Justice L. Nageshwar Rao also added that what is the sanctity of this selection committee that is headed by Supreme Court judges when the last say in the matter is going to be on the government's end. And the Attorney General, Mr. K.K. Venugopal, he said that the government is entitled to not accept certain recommendations that have been made, but the court was totally unhappy with it. It mentioned the time that they had spent on making these selections, on the number of people that had been interviewed, and the kind of effort that had gone into it. And also Justice D.Y. Chandrachud pointed out that in the end, all of it affects the general public, because for their grievances, they approach the high courts, which then divert them to the tribunals, but there the matters remain unaddressed because the judicial officers are not there, the tribunals do not have judges. Then what is the point of these tribunals when the public cannot get their queries resolved, their issues and their disputes resolved? So as a matter that is going to have a lot of impact on the public and their grievances remaining unaddressed, the Supreme Court today came down very heavily and said that you cannot cherry-pick names in this manner. We give you 2 weeks deadline, make the appointments, come back to us with the appointment letters, and if there are any names that you are not selecting, then cite the reason why this person has not been appointed.
All right. Well, interesting now to wait and see, what the centre finally decides. But the Supreme Court there saying don't cherry-pick names and, accept all the recommendations we have made for those tribunals.